Ever wondered if your financial lifelines, the ones you rely on for those unexpected mid-paycheck emergencies, stretch beyond your home country's borders? Specifically, if you're a Beforepay user, a thought might have crossed your mind: can I use Beforepay in another country? It's a fantastic question, and one that gets right to the heart of how these convenient services operate in our increasingly globalized world. Before we dive deep into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage. Beforepay, for those unfamiliar, is a popular Australian-based service that allows you to access a portion of your earned wages before your official payday. It's a lifesaver for many, providing quick cash to cover urgent bills, unexpected expenses, or just bridge that gap until your next salary lands. The appeal is obvious: instant access to your own money, without the hassle of traditional loans or credit cards. But what happens when you pack your bags, grab your passport, and head overseas? Does that financial safety net pack up and come with you? The short answer, to cut straight to the chase, is no. Beforepay, like most similar wage advance services, is designed to operate exclusively within the country it's established in. For Beforepay, that country is Australia. This isn't a unique limitation to Beforepay. It's a fundamental aspect of how these financial technology, fintech, platforms are structured and regulated. There are several key reasons for this geographical restriction. Firstly, and perhaps most importantly, is regulatory compliance. Financial services are heavily regulated, and these regulations vary significantly from country to country. What's legal and permissible in Australia might not be in, say, the United States, the UK, or any other nation. To operate in another country, Beforepay would need to obtain entirely new licenses, adhere to different consumer protection laws, data privacy regulations, and anti-money laundering (AML) guidelines. This is a complex and often costly undertaking, requiring significant legal and operational infrastructure in each new market. Secondly, the way Beforepay assesses your eligibility is tied directly to your Australian employment and banking. Beforepay works by securely connecting to your Australian bank account to verify your income, employment history, and spending patterns. It needs to see regular deposits from an Australian employer into an Australian bank account to determine your advance limit and repayment schedule. When you're in another country, your income might be coming from a foreign employer, or you might be using a foreign bank account, neither of which Beforepay is set up to verify or interact with. Their algorithms and verification processes are specifically calibrated for the Australian financial ecosystem. Think about it this way: if you're working in the UK and getting paid in British pounds into a UK bank account, Beforepay wouldn't have the necessary access or framework to verify that income or to disburse funds to your UK account. Their system simply isn't built to communicate with or understand the banking structures of other nations. Furthermore, currency exchange and international money transfers add another layer of complexity. If Beforepay were to offer services internationally, they'd have to contend with fluctuating exchange rates and the logistics of sending money across borders, which can incur fees and delays. Their core model is built on seamless, instant access to Australian dollars within Australia. So, while the idea of having your Beforepay safety net travel with you is appealing, the reality of financial regulations, operational infrastructure, and verification processes means it's simply not feasible at this time. If you find yourself in another country and in need of a short-term financial solution, you'd need to explore local options available in that specific country, such as their own wage advance services, or more traditional lending options. The takeaway here is that while modern fintech has made incredible strides in making financial services more accessible, they largely remain bound by national borders due to the intricate web of regulations and operational requirements. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.